Mazhar Bihari, thank you for being here and answering these questions.
Nice to be here.
This has been a pretty long process for you, from obviously the events and the book and the filming of it, and now the film is coming out. How are you feeling? Are you feeling good? Are you satisfied? I know you're exhausted.
I'm exhausted physically a little bit because of all the traveling, but otherwise, no, I think it's good because it's part of the same process that started with writing the Newsweek article and then the book and then doing interviews when I came out, and now the film takes the message to another level and provides a new platform to talk about human rights issues in Iran and the situation of journalists, not only in Iran, but also around the world.
Your wife will never see you again.
Two things are happening at the moment. One is that information is being democratized, and at the same time, we are witnessing this knee-jerk reaction by authoritarian regimes or authoritarian institutions to this democratization. They try to combat the new flow of information, the new methods of gathering information, sharing information, disseminating information through the old means of repressing and suppressing the press. Yeah.
Do you see the criticism of the United States and the way that journalists are being treated by the administration here as kind of a tool against press freedoms in places like Egypt or Turkey or what have you?
I think the situation of many journalists in the United States is not good, but you really cannot compare the situation in the US with many other countries. I don't think that it has to do anything with Obama administration. I think it has to do with this explosion of digital media, explosion of information.
Yeah.
And any government, whether it was a Republican government, Democratic government, whatever, would have the similar reaction to WikiLeaks, to Snowden, to what happened in Ferguson. These are the knee-jerk reactions to new wave of information and social media.
Who is Anton Chekhov?
Anton Chekhov? The playwright?
You tell me. It is you who has listed an interest of him on Facebook.
You've spoken numerous times about the idea that Iran is on a slow-moving progress towards reform, towards democracy, that it's happening, it's going slowly. Do you see the election of Rouhani as an indication of that?
What happened during the Green Movement was that people were giving a chance to Ayatollah Khamenei primarily and to the regime as a whole to reform itself. And the demonstrations on the street was an indication of this widening gap between the people and the leadership. And some people, some wise people within the Islamic Republic establishment understood that.
Yeah.
And they have told Khamenei through a variety of ways, and they persuaded him not to rig this election anymore. I'm one of those people who do not support regime change in Iran, because I think that, imagine this regime goes tomorrow. Who is going to replace it? Whoever is going to replace this regime has to come to power, has to use the same methods of governance as this regime. I think we have to have change within the Iranian culture, and that is happening.
What would you like people to think when this movie is done, when they walk out of the theater?
I think what really sustained me during these 118 days of imprisonment, especially those 107 days of solitary confinement, was my experience of culture, music, film, poetry, literature, and also the love of my family and the memory of my family.
In their hearts, they know they cannot win.
And although the film is about imprisonment and about suppression of protest, it has a very hopeful message that I think at the end, something good happens. We're not going to give out the ending, even though we're giving that by me being here.
You're here.
Exactly.
The film is called Rosewater. Thank you, Mazhar
Thank you.
Bihari.
Thanks a
Thank you
lot.
very
Thank
much.
you.